It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bills and the Cowboys. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Allen now looks to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Allen's throw is complete. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Now Allen. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 11 carries, 57 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff when they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters? Hey, we have a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. If you look at this Cowboy defense, They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Throwing, Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys coming in looking for win number 7 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On third down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw is Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Forced out. Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Holding, offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Prescott. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they were gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Hardy set to return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Allen on the slant. He's got Davis. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many brews just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they are backed up as far as you can go as they'll start this drive on their own 1-yard line.
And whenever I see the Cowboys backed up on their own 1-yard line, I think of one thing. Tony Dorsett at the old Metrodome playing against the Vikings when he got away with a 99-yard touchdown run and did it with only 10 guys on the field on offense for the Cowboys. So in this situation, I highly suggest they bring the 11th guy out to aid their cause.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing is Allen on third. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Tyler's pass on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So add 3 all told. After the safety, it's a 5-point swing. That could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to correct course here. They had the safety turned in against them last time they had the ball. That was followed by the field goal. So they'll operate from behind now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Prescott now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different...
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 5. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. He'll check this one off to Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
A final shot before half for Allen. And his throw is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, and he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Allen to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Fournette running right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To the air, Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mozzie Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out now come the Cowboys. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cowboys.
To throw is Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Makes the 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Dallas.
Prescott to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On play action, Allen. His throw incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
He's got to hook up with Diggs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd down and 10.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Diggs has it. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
That's good for Bills.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Allen going to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
Prescott now, option right. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line.
First down, Cowboys.
Now Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now out come the Bills.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 10.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he takes it across midfield to the 45.
120 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
It's second and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Allen. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
He was defended by Devon Bland.
From the gun, it's Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cowboys, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins.